Hello children, chapter 9, ray optics and optical instruments. In that we are going to learn refraction of light. What is refraction of light? This phenomenon we have already learnt a lot from our lower classes. That we can say a bending of light from its straight path when it passes maybe obliquely from one transparent medium to another. Now we can say the refraction of light, the phenomenon of change in the path, that means the direction of light ray gets changed as it travels from one medium to another, what we said, right? So we can say the phenomenon of change in speed of light from one medium to another. We can see through the diagram. See, we have to take the two mediums that light ray should travel from a rarer medium and it reaches to denser medium, that means any medium, like we can take a glass or maybe water, like different medium. It should be, the particles should be denser than the other medium, right? Now the light ray which passes through from one medium to another medium, we have to take the normal, right? Now we can say that the incident ray which comes from the rarer medium obliquely and it reaches to the denser medium, the ray which gets bent towards the normal, and from the denser medium to rarer medium, once the ray gets emerged, it will get away from the normal, and it is indicated through I and R, denoted by the letter. And what are the laws of refraction? We have the two laws that as like reflection. The incident ray normal to the refracting surface at the point of incidence and the refracted ray all lie in same plane. And the second law of refraction, we can call it as Snell's law 2. That is nothing but the ratio of the sine of the angle of incidence and the sine of the angle of refraction is constant for a given pair of media, right? So we can say that mu, the refractive index mu, which is equal to sine I by sine R. So the constant mu, what we said, it is refractive index of the medium. Now we can say the refractive index in terms of light, the speed of light. So the refractive index of a medium for a light of a given wavelength, that we can say the ratio between the speed of light in vacuum and the speed of light in medium. So we can say mu C by V, right? Now the next one is, you must know some points to remember, that is mu of optically rarer medium is lesser or lower, and that of denser medium is higher. Mu of denser medium with respect to rarer medium is more than 1, and that of rarer medium with respect to denser medium is less than 1. In refraction, the velocity and the wavelength of light will change, but the frequency and the phase of light does not change. Got it? Now what is principle of reversibility of light? See, the principle of reversibility of light, which is nothing but it can say, if the final path of a ray of light after it has suffered maybe several reflections, or we can say refraction, it is reversed, it can be traces its path exactly. See, through the diagram you can see, consider the path of light and the ray which is going from one medium to another medium, right? We know that we can say the incident ray I after marking the normal, you can say from one medium to another, the denser medium, that is refracted ray R, right? So mu AB, which is equal to sin I by sin R. As from Snell's law, we can say mu, refractive index, we have to take it from one medium to another medium, rarer medium A to denser medium B. So mu AB, which is equal to sin I by sin R. So we can say that the ray which is reversed along its own path by a plane mirror placed perpendicular to its path in the denser medium, then we can say the ray going from medium 2 to 1. Is it right? So mu B to mu A, mu B to A, which is equal to sin R by sin I. So we are going to multiply that both. We can get mu AB into mu BA, which is equal to 1. How? Sin I by sin R into sin R by sin I, right? So we can say this also, mu AB, which is equal to 1 by mu BA, right? So if a ray of light, after suffering any number of reflections or refractions, we can say has its path reversed at any stage, it travels back to the source along the same path in the opposite direction. Is it right? The next one is rectangular glass slab. See, suppose the refraction through a rectangular glass slab, or it may be, we can say, parallel slab, right? So when a light ray which passes through a parallel slab of a transparent medium, what will happen to the angle of incidence, which is equal to the angle of emergence, that we know. So we are going to learn that through, we are going to prove that, right? So you can consider this rectangular glass slab. The ray light, which is incident ray, which passes from rarer medium to denser medium, right? And the dotted line which shows, it will be like, the dotted line will shows that the ray which passes through as straight, but once from one medium to another, it will get bent, right? As we know, it bends towards the normal, it travels from one phase. So we can say that first, which is the I1, and from I1 it is reaches to R1, right? So the refracted ray of denser medium is the incident ray, right, I2, for that second medium, that angle of incidence, right, I2, and emergent through that phase, and it is bends away from the normal at an angle of refraction R2. So by using Snell's law, what we can say, so mu, which is equal to sin I by sin R, we know that. So from one medium to another, we have to compare it. So sin I 1 by sin R 1. So mu A B, which is equal to sin I by sin R 1. So that from second medium, denser medium to rarer medium, we can say mu B to mu A, which is equal to sin I 2 by sin R 2. We know that we have to multiply that both, we will get 1, right? So sin I 1 by sin R 1 into sin I 2 by sin R 2, which is equal to 1. So the first phase, which is parallel to the second phase, so we can take that I2, which is equal to R1, right? So sin I1, which is equal to sin R2, or I1, which is equal to R2. So from this, what you have understood, the perpendicular distance between the incident and emergent rays when light is incident obliquely on a refracting slab with parallel faces is called is a lateral shift, or we can say a lateral displacement. Got it, children? Thank you.